Sometimes it can be easy to forget that each person's journey is unique. And as you listen right now, you might begin to realize there's no rush, no need to push, no need to force. So imagine for a moment, just for a moment, that you're with someone. Perhaps it's a friend, or maybe someone you just met. And you're both simply being there, in the same space, not to change anything, not to fix anything, but just to be in the present moment. Now I'm sure you've noticed at some point, when you try to rush someone's journey, things don't always work out the way you expect, do they? It's almost like trying to move a river, pushing and pulling. But the river just flows in its own way. Isn't it fascinating? The river has its own path, its own flow, and yet you can still appreciate its beauty, even if it's not following the path you thought it might. And as you listen more deeply now, I wonder how it would feel to simply pause, to stop for a moment, and instead of rushing to make someone different, to just listen, to really listen. Have you ever noticed how when you truly listen to someone, their energy seems to shift? You don't need to say anything. You don't need to change a single thing. And yet, just by being present, you can feel the atmosphere lighten. It's almost as if the simple act of your attention creates a space where things begin to shift on their own, naturally, effortlessly. What if, for just a moment, you let go of that pressure, the pressure to fix, to change, to move things forward? Just let it go. Imagine for a moment you're sitting with someone, and instead of thinking about what to say next, or how to help them, you're simply interested. You're curious. You wonder what it would be like to walk in their shoes, to feel what they feel, to understand what makes them laugh, what makes them sad. And as you do that, as you listen, you'll begin to notice something interesting. You don't have to change a thing. Because isn't it true that people, at their core, are whole, complete? Their personalities, their quirks, their uniqueness, all of it. Isn't it incredible to think that they've come this far, with all of those experiences, each one shaping them, each one making them more of who they are? And isn't that enough? Isn't that worth appreciating in and of itself? And as you sit in this moment of appreciation, you might notice a deep sense of peace inside you, because it's okay to accept them as they are. It's okay to feel that soft curiosity instead of a rush to change. You might even discover that by simply appreciating who they are, they begin to feel more comfortable, more open. It's almost as if the more you allow them to be, the more they allow themselves to be. And you might think about how people sometimes grow when they feel heard, when they feel understood, because deep down, everyone has this inner wisdom. And you don't need to rush them or push them or tell them what they should do. You just need to be there with them, allowing the space for their journey to unfold naturally. And isn't it interesting that this presence, this simple acceptance, it's a powerful force in itself, almost like the sun. It doesn't demand anything from the flowers, and yet they grow, they bloom. It's the same with people. You don't need to push or rush them. All you need to do is be present, to be curious, to enjoy the flow of the journey as it unfolds. And as you allow this to happen, you may begin to notice a shift in your own energy, a sense of calm, of ease. You realize there's no need to control, no need to direct. The journey, it's unfolding just as it should. And the more you accept that, the more you feel a sense of peace, knowing that things are exactly as they should be and will be, just by being there with curiosity, with acceptance, with that deep understanding that everyone's journey is perfect just as it is. And you might notice that over time, the more you practice this way of being, the more natural it becomes. You don't even have to try, it just happens. You'll find you don't need to solve anyone's problems, because by simply listening, by simply being interested in their journey, you create an environment of support and growth. And isn't that in itself enough? So as you continue on with your day, imagine carrying this peaceful presence with you. It's not about pushing. It's not about rushing. It's about stopping, appreciating, listening. And when you do that, you may begin to see the world around you. It flows in a way you never expected, because you allow it to. You simply let it be, just like the river. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing at all. And as you continue to experience this, as you continue to move through your day, you'll find the more you listen, the more you learn, the more you appreciate, the more you find things unfolding in a way that feels just right, and the more you can enjoy the journey, yours and theirs, as it is.